Today I'm going to show you what has been keeping me really busy lately, and that is stripping down a vintage record cutting lathe. So as you may know, or you may not, I cut records here at the studio. I've got a few lathes. One of my lathes is still working, so I'm cutting a lot of records, and the other one I decided to strip down and rebuild so I can rebuild it to a super high spec, and I'm going to be using the two lathes for different things. So one will be for producing short runs of lathe cut records so that I can offer that to independent artists who want to get a runs of say 10, 20, 30, 50 records at a time, all hand cut. And the new build that I'm new lathe that I'll be rebuilding is going to be used for cutting master lacquers that will be sent off to pressing plants so artists can get bigger runs done. Currently I've only been set up to cut the lathe cut records, and while I could do the master lacquers on my current machines, because they're the one master that gets sent off to be electroplated and turned into a stamp, we need to make sure these are incredibly high spec. So I want to rebuild motors, cutting heads, variable pitch systems, and all kinds of crazy stuff that I'll explain in more detail further down the line. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, or you're not sure about that there's even different types of records or what they're for, I've got a vinyl FAQs playlist, so you can go and check that out, and that's where I explain all the differences in the different types of records that can be made. So yeah, so the first thing that I'm going to show you today is this absolutely stripped down lathe. I've spent a couple of weeks stripping all the bits apart so that I can rebuild it slowly, adding new bits in. So let's go have a look. So here we go, here's our lathe room. This is the working lathe. This is the Presto 28N. This is the only one left in the world, the double lathe. It's an incredible piece of history. This was at the Nuremberg trials. Again, I won't go into too much detail in this video, but yeah, there's loads that I could tell you about this. But today we're here to look at the Presto 8DG, and it's completely in bits. So this is the body, the lathe. There's the platter there that the record sits on. That's been taken off. Down here are motors. These are motors from the lathe. So these are all the motor systems that would have sat under here, and these would be driving the platter. And they still work. They still do a great job. But thankfully there's some geniuses that have been building new ones that we can retrofit into these old machines. So this is the top. So this is what sits on top of here. I've taken all the electronics out, apart from a couple of bits. Some big old fuses there. This is another bit. This is a clutch system for the motor. And then over here in these clear boxes, this is most of the kind of overhead system that actually helps drive the cutter head along. There's various bits. There's a vacuum tube in there. That's for part of the microscope, part of the crank handle there. And this is the bit that the cutter head actually attaches to. It's pretty heavy actually. So yeah, so this is the lathe stripped down. There's another part as well, which I'll show you through in the mastering room. So this as well is what sits on top of the body. The platter sits on here where the record sits. This bit is the overhead system. I'm not sure if I can lift it with one hand. This bit sits in here. And that's where the cutter head sits. I'm going to have to put my phone down for a second to lift this. As you can imagine, it's all big, heavy cast iron. It's all heavy stuff. So there you go. There's all the different bits. So the first job is to repaint this body. So I've got some special metal spray paint to use on it. I've got in contact with a few powder coating places, but no one wants to take this job on. Oh, I can't even get a reply from half of them, which is weird. But anyway, there you go. So yeah, take this outside. This is going to probably be the the only time this is in this many bits for a long time, hopefully. So while it's in bits, I'm going to take this outside and spray paint it just to bring it back. You can see there's kind of some oil stains and a bit of scuffing, some stuff down there, and it probably hasn't had a paint job since the 1950s when it was made, so I reckon it's overdue. So there we go. That's what's keeping me busy at the minute, alongside the mastering and cutting loads of records for people. I'm trying to get all this stuff stripped, find the replacement parts. I'm talking to people. I've got someone who is making a new motor. I've got someone who can provide a build and make a variable pitch system. I've got a vacuum platter attachment arriving soon. And then there's other bits and bobs as well that I need to get made, machine made and stuff like that. As you might guess, there's no off-the-shelf parts for these machines. So if you need to do anything, you need to get a metal worker or machinist to custom make you the parts. So it's a bit tricky and it's very time consuming. Lots of kind of measuring, research, talking to people, seeing what people think is possible to fit into these machines and stuff like that. But from all the conversations I've had with people, I'm pretty confident I can get this up to a really good spec. So that's going to be my kind of job that I'm doing in the background for the next few months. So I'll keep you posted on the progress, and as each new bit gets done, I'll make a little video, I'll do a little update. And if you've got no idea about some of the parts and stuff that I've mentioned, I'll dive into those in more detail as I'm fitting them and as they arrive for the lathe. So if you're interested in vinyl cutting records and how I'm going to revive one of these old 1950s machines to a top spec modern standard, then follow along. And as well as this is going to be on a playlist somewhere that I'll put about lathe restoration. There's loads more stuff about mastering and record cutting and navigating the music industry as an independent artist too. So loads more of just the more general channel stuff coming too. So hope everyone's well. If you've got any questions as well, drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And hope everyone's well. I'll speak to you soon.